Hi there, this is Doreen Velin. I want to thank you for joining me today. We're going to be talking about gum Arabic today. I found this little bottle of gum Arabic by Winsor Newton in my cupboard. I've had it for a long time and I never used it. I didn't know what it was for and I didn't know why I bought it. So I decided to look it up and learn about it a bit more. It's actually a natural product. It's from the acacia tree, and it's a natural product. It's actually edible. And when you open up some of your acrylic paints, and if it's a small little opening and you squirt it out and there's some clear stuff coming out, that's this. So I found out this is actually used to thin out acrylic paint. So sometimes some of my paints get quite gummy and they get thick. I have the ones that are in a jar, like in a bottle, and they're heavier, they're thick. And I'll just show you one here. I have a bunch of these, and they're like a paste almost. They're by Golden, and they're so thick. I don't know if I can open it right now, but they're very, very thick, and you have to take a gob of it out and put it in. If you want to thin one of these out sometime and say you don't want it that thick, just put a bit of this gum Arabic in it and stir it up pretty good, and you'll have a nice consistency there. You can make it whatever you like a pudding consistency or a little bit thicker, a little bit thinner. It's up to you. Okay, so that's one of the things. The other thing it's good for is, and you've probably seen this on Facebook or different websites already, that they use it for watercolor. I'm not going to go into all the different ways because there's many people that do it. They draw these little squares and they say, okay, you can put it on the paper, mix it with your watercolor, put it on top of the watercolor, so make it shiny. So, I'll just show you one here. So I'm going to just take this paint here. This is a horrible paint, by the way. Can't even hardly see it. Take some darker paint. Okay, and what they do is they waited for it to dry and then go over it and it makes it shiny. Believe me, that's what it does. I'm not going to bother doing it. So the other thing that I like, now this is the gem, I think. When you buy a brush in the store, it's stiff, right? And you kind of have to separate the fibers. It was done with gum Arabic. So this is what they use. So this is a rigger. My rigger sometimes gets a bit splayed at the end, like it just kind of like a bit feathery. So last night I dipped it in my gum Arabic and it's as hard and firm. So if you need to reshape a brush, if some of your brushes get a bit rough on the edges and their point is gone again, like here's one right here. Okay, this is kind of like fluffy. Just dip it in, or actually don't dip it in. Just put it in the little dish if you want to, if in case there's a bit of paint on your brush. Okay, so if your paint has any brush at all, thank you very much. If your brush has any paint on it, then you don't want to put it in here because you'll make this all gummy and horrible. So just put a bit in the cap or whatever, but I'm going to put it in because my brush is clean. Okay, I'm going to just take this gum Arabic now. Okay, and now I'm going to just go like this, squeeze it, hold it, squeezing it hard. Overnight, that'll end up really nice. Those are brushes coming off. Okay, and I'll squeeze it now. So this is the result of my rigger. It's fine. I can feel it. It's hard. Now when you go to get that off your brush, you're going to take it off when you go to paint. When you go to take it off, don't just put your fingernails in that and take it in there because it can ruin your brush. Just take it in a little bit of warm water like this and swish it around. Just swish it around like this in some warm water. And it's fine. comes off real nice. So my rigger now has a point again. So it's, to me, that is golden. Like that is golden because I mean, I've used my brushes for a long time and I've gotten fairly inexpensive brushes. I don't spend a lot of my brushes, a lot of money on them. So they do get kind of a bit wispy after a while. So this is excellent for that. And I just get a small bottle. You don't need a big bottle. It's great. So this is dry now, I think. So I'm just going to go over it with a bit of gum arabic. Not with this brush, because I just did this brush. So it's a great way to finish off. So watercolor, not very often you get a bit of a sheen. So if you do want a sheen, especially in one part of the picture and not the other part, ooh, there you go, there's your answer. Some gum, this is still wet. So this being wet now, this is another use for it. You say I want to wipe it off, I made a mistake. Take a bit of gum arabic. Press it down with a paper towel, and your paint comes right off. There you go. We always say you can't make a mistake in watercolor. Well, with gum arabic, you can make a mistake, and you can take it off, which is cool. Now, if this dried and I put it on top, it wouldn't take the paint off, of course, if it's dry, and it'd just leave a nice sheen. So there's your 2 ways of using it, but the other 2 ways of bringing your brush back to life and is, to me, golden. So I want to thank you for joining me today and my little trick about gum arabic. So we have lots more tricks. Join me, subscribe to me. I need you to subscribe. I need you to comment. It's so important. And if you have nobody to talk to and you're all alone at home, why not just comment to me? I would love it. I would love to hear from you. I love to chat and I love to listen to your comments. So please, 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 I love it. So thank you for joining me. See you next time.